So Apple just released their newest and most thinnest iPhone ever, the iPhone Air. But why does it exist? And who's in the market for the thinnest iPhone ever? You already have the iPhone 17, and you have the 17 Pro and Pro Max for the professionals. But where does this fit in with a user like you that's watching? Today we're gonna unbox this, take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and why you should or should not get the iPhone Air. Let's get into it. As usual, Apple always keeps their boxing minimalistic, and I love it. And fun fact, if you guys never knew this, the picture on the package is actually the same size as the product. As the phone is displayed sideways, which is the first time Apple has ever shown an iPhone sideways, the iPhone should be as thin as the picture. Hold your iPhone up to your package in front of it and see how it levels out. Same size. So in Apple fashion, I'm really excited about this one. I've never held one. My wife held one, but I didn't. Oh man. Oh. This thing is light. And for reference here, yep, that adds up. Wow, hold on, we're gonna get into this. Just always gotta look into the box just because that's just what we do. Packaging, our USB-C to C cable, which is braided, beautiful upgrade. And the paper is as thin as the iPhone, non-existing. That's all we have in the box. Wow, this is super thin and nice and sleek. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to imagine, it almost feels like it's a dummy unit, like it's a demo. And not in the sense as it feels cheap, but it's just so light, it doesn't make sense. It feels so good in the hand and it's not sharp around the edges, it's really smooth. Oh my goodness, this actually feels nice. Wow. So the color that we have here is the sky blue, which is one of Apple's promoted colors. I'm a sucker and an idiot, we know. Also comes in light gold, cloud white, and space black, sitting at 5.6 millimeters in thickness. That's equal to about 6 to 7 credit cards in thickness. The screen's at a 6.5 Super Retina XDR display, which is right in between the 6.3 for the iPhone Pro and the 6.9 at the iPhone Pro Max. Overall, this is probably the most simple, most beautiful iPhone that I think Apple has made. But that's all because this is very minimalistic. The trade-offs are what's really important, and that's where we're gonna go into the bad. I just powered this thing on, which prompted me to download an update, and it's already feeling super hot up here at the top, over under the plateau where the chip is. You know, the sky blue is nice, but personally, I think I would go with the cloud white with this one. So the design is nice, but what are the trade-offs? Let's talk about specs. So the iPhone Air is powered by the A19 Pro chip, the same chip that's in the iPhone Pro and Pro Max, which means you're practically getting the flagship level performance. The caveat to that, this thing is getting hot again, and it's just sitting here. That's crazy. I don't understand why it's getting hot. Honey, can you come here real quick? You're on camera, by the way.
Oh, I'm not gonna look at the camera because I'm
really
gross right now.
I just want to feel this. Like, okay, so first see, it's just on the home screen, right? Mm-hmm. Or it's just turning it on. Feel up here. Like, feel it. Back your hand.
I have my cuticle oil on right now.
Cuticle oil? Okay, like the back of your hand.
Okay.
What's the temperature feel like?
Warm.
Like warm or hot?
Warm to hot.
I didn't pay her for this. This does get hot, and we're sitting here at the hello screen. Crazy. That's all I need.
Oh, so processing power sucks.
Well, maybe it's too powerful.
Oh.
That it's overheating.
Oh, so processing can't handle it.
The body can't handle the mind. Ooh. It comes in 256, 512, and 1 terabyte of storage, and the display hits up to 3000 nits peak brightness, such as the Pro and Pro Max, which is nice, especially when you're living outdoors in sunny Florida like I am. You're also getting Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6, and of course USB-C, which are all good. But with this A19 Pro chip, and the battery, at least according to Apple, should get you around 27 of local video playback. We'll talk about the real world numbers in a second. But in day-to-day use, this phone actually works pretty damn smooth. Apps load instantly, scrolling feels flawless thanks to the 120 Hz display, and the heavy multitasking feels effortlessly, which are all good things. And I mean, those are all the good things. because there's bad things. And one of the bad things is the battery life. Thin phones usually mean smaller batteries. But what does that mean for the average person who just scrolls aimlessly on TikTok or Instagram, maybe watches a few YouTube videos? Oh yeah, and they got rid of the speaker down here and they only have one in the earpiece. Listen to this. Papers, I'm curious who actually opens this up and reads it. No more Apple stickers and... As opposed to the Pro Max. This color is really vibrant. I'm thinking about me using this every single day. You know what, actually? Yeah. Huge difference from this. How much battery life you're gonna get? You might get about 12 to 14, 16 hours throughout the entire day before you need to charge again. And that's if you're not having to worry about your phone overheating where that chip is working hard, which again, it's still warm and I'm just sitting here at the hello screen. And if you really think about longevity of these phones, battery degradation is a big thing, because if you look at your phone right now and looked at your battery life, what is your maximum battery capacity today? Because I'm sure it's not 100%. Now imagine if you're already losing hours of the day in a smaller battery, if you have this phone for 2-3 years, what's that gonna look like? How many times a day are you gonna charge? That's a big problem. And of course, Apple's solution was to sell a battery pack specifically for this phone at another added cost of $100. Which then makes the phone not thin, and now you have a bigger phone than the Pro Max and you're spending more money, so you might as well just get a Pro or Pro Max at that point. That's just one bad thing. The cameras. Now you do have a 48 megapixel rear facing camera, and you also have the 18 megapixel front facing camera, which also has the upgraded center stage in it. So that's a huge plus. But the rear camera, and if you're a content creator or a person who uses their phone quite a bit for picture taking, outside of just a normal point and click, you're gonna feel very limited. But the trade-off is there's no ultra wide or no telephoto. So if you love to do landscape shots or you like your wide angle videos, you know, we really wanted Apple to get better at the ultra wide after we leaped forward for so many years. This phone just wouldn't be for you. And that for me is why I couldn't make this a daily driver. That's the ugly. Oh, and if you're curious about this thing breaking in your pocket, it's not gonna happen. Apple kept the titanium borders to reinforce that to not become a bend-gate issue, if you're familiar with the iPhone 6. So there's been plenty of videos and people testing that they've tried to put this under over 200 pounds of pressure and no problems at all. Even down to people trying to bend it themselves. You're not able to bend it too much without it trying to break. But it's not going anywhere. Ow. Yeah, unless you got a real big back, you should be good. If it does bend, it does go right back to place. So that's really good as far as durability goes. But for the heat distribution and why they went to an aluminum body frame with the 17 Pro and Pro Max, I don't know, because again, I'm just talking to you and this phone is just sitting right here on the home screen. And it's hot. I don't know why that's the case there. Also did want to note that even though that this does have the same chip, the A19 Pro, same thing as it's in the Pro and the Pro Max, it does have one core GPU missing. So it's not 6, but it's 5 instead in this phone. And I'm wondering if that's because it's a heating and thermal problem where the phone might heat even more, so they don't have the vapor cooling chamber that's in this Pro and Pro Max. If that's the whole thing, I feel like there's a lot of little nuances to why they chose not to go with things. Like, why would they put a Pro chip in this phone that has a worse battery life? Because what are the trade-offs? I'm sure there's throttling that happens so the chip doesn't perform to its maximum capacity or ability. Those could be things. Of course, to the average person, that doesn't really matter. All I want is my phone to turn on, work, be smooth without lagging, camera can work, and battery life to last throughout the whole day. I feel like that's just the main thing people want. So again, why does this phone exist? Is this where we're gonna be going? I know they've said that they want the iPhone to be a sheet of glass, and that's the future. Are we getting there? Because this is almost a sheet of glass. Or is this a precursor to what's to come for a foldable iPhone? Maybe this is one half of another half that's gonna exist. Of course, we're all just test subjects at this point. Or is this the next iPhone mini, where Apple just puts out a phone to see how it does, and then they pull it back? Because how many generations does the iPhone mini last? So again, it all comes down to the question, should you get this phone? For me personally, I wouldn't use this phone because it doesn't have what I need. And that's for a longer battery, more cameras, and something that's gonna sustain throughout the day. But bottom line, this is the thinnest iPhone Apple has made yet. Very impressive. but just not for me. Comment down below, are you gonna upgrade to a new iPhone? Are you gonna get the 17 Pro, the basic 17? I say basic like it's bad. The 17 Pro, Pro Max? Are you gonna get the Air? Or are you gonna stick with what you have? As always guys, appreciate you for watching. Subscribe, stay tuned to next video. Peace.